Welcome to this in-depth tutorial on implementing game states in Java. Today, we're going to explore how game states can help manage different phases of a game, like menus, playing, and game over screens. So, what exactly are game states? In essence, game states refer to various stages or screens of your game. Typical states include the main menu, the level playing state, pause state, and the game over state. Before we get started, make sure you have the Java Development Kit, JDK, and an integrated development environment, IDE, like IntelliJ IDEA or Eclipse, set up on your machine. Let's create a basic Java project to start implementing these game states. First, create a new Java project in your IDE. I will call my project GameStateDemo. Now, let's structure our project. We can create a package named GameStates to hold our classes. Inside this package, we will define our main game class and our state classes. Let's start by creating a class called Game that will form the core of our game. It will handle initialization in the main game loop. In this game class, we have a game state manager which will help manage switching between different game states. Now let's create that class. Here, we've created a game state manager that uses a hash map to store different game states by name. We can easily retrieve and switch states using the setState method. Next, we need to define our game state interface, which will enforce a common structure for all game states. Let's create that now. Now that we have the game state interface, we can create specific game states such as menu state and playing state. Let's start with menu state. In the menu state, we handle user input. When the user indicates they want to play, we change the state to playing. This simulates a user pressing a button. Now, let's implement the playing state. This state will contain the main game logic. In playing state, we simulate a pause functionality that allows the user to return to the menu. It's important to implement transition logic between states effectively. Now, let's go back to our game class. At the moment, we have a simple infinite loop for our game. We need to set up actual graphics and rendering to see how the states work visually. We've now set up our game class to use Swing for graphics rendering. It's important to call repaint for the JPanel to redraw our game screen. Now, let's run the game to see our state transitions in action. When you run this code, you should see the text for either the menu state or the playing state being printed to the console based on simulated user input. Let's enhance the user experience by customizing our menu appearance. We can add some simple graphical elements. This code will fill the background with blue and display a welcome message in white. You can further customize it by using images or other graphical assets. Next, let's implement the game over state where players can see their scores and restart the game or go back to the main menu. The game over state allows the user to return to the main menu after a game over situation occurs. You can modify this to display actual game scores. For a richer experience, you could incorporate a scoring system, save the maximum score, and display it in the game over state alongside a prompt to restart the game. To finalize the implementation, let's update our game state manager to include the new game over state and switch to it whenever the game over logic is triggered in playing state. Now, we have a fully functional game with multiple states. From the main menu to gameplay and a game over screen, users can navigate seamlessly. To summarize, we created a game class to set up the game loop, a game state manager to manage different states, and specific state classes for menu, gameplay, and game over. Feel free to enhance this project with additional features like enhanced graphics, audio, and more complex gameplay mechanics. This foundation will give you the flexibility to expand. Thank you for watching this tutorial on implementing game states in Java. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more programming tutorials.